So first is my new firm or business that I want to set up. So if you're new to my channel, I am a lawyer and I've worked in a few different areas, all within the realm of family law. I live in Canada, that's what we call it there. In America, it's called divorce law. So I've done a few different areas within that, and the last job I've had, I said, was the closest to my ideal job in terms of the area of law I was practicing in. But in this job, I realized that I wanted to have a lot more control over my own schedule, over my workload. I want to have times when I work a lot and other times where I slow down. And I'm also very interested in appeals or appellate litigation within the particular area of law that I'm in. And I knew I wasn't going to have the opportunity to do that in my job. So my biggest goal for June is to work on setting up my own law firm. Really excited about it, but there's a lot of information I need to look into and explore. So still really at the beginning stages of this. I don't have very detailed goals set out, but one thing that I definitely want to accomplish in June is apply for the legal aid panel that will allow me to take legal aid certificates. When I was in private practice, I exclusively did private law. And by that, I mean no one on legal aid, no pro bono files. With my own practice, I want to do it very differently. I do want to take legal aid certificates. So that is one thing that I know for sure I want to accomplish in June. I also want to set up my firm's website, look into bookkeeping software. There's lots to learn, but that's my biggest goal and the one that I'm going to be focusing most of my energy and attention on this month. Second is what I'll call fitness. So I have really been slacking when it comes to working out and fitness goals. When I was in law school, there was a time where I'd wake up every day and go to the gym at 6:30 in the morning. And I also did it when I was articling, which is kind of like an internship year you do after law school. But it's really fallen off for me. It's something that when I'm busy, I really put to the side very easily. So I want to be implementing that back into my schedule again. For June, the main thing I want to do is practice yoga or stretching every single day. Last year, I took some time off work, and during that time, I was doing yoga twice a day, and I felt amazing doing that. So I want to get back into the habit of doing yoga at least once every single day. I also want to get back into the habit of doing lots of cardio. So in the summer, I walk everywhere. If it is, I would say less than an hour to get there, I'm going to walk. So sunny days, I try and get walks in, but I do want to also do more high intensity cardio, which I really dislike. I think my weapon of choice is going to be the exercise bike, because I do have one in my apartment, and there also is one that I quite like in my apartment's gym. Within this realm, I also want to focus on getting better at eating healthy, eating the right number of fruits and veggies a day, drinking the right amount of water. So I think I'm going to get back into habit tracking and trying to track those on a daily basis. Next, my next goal is cooking. So I'm someone who actually really likes to cook. I find cooking to be very meditative and very relaxing. I just finished watching The Bear on Disney Plus. I didn't love it, but I really did love looking at all of the different meals that they were cooking, and I liked the part of the day where they're just chopping carrots for an hour. I like doing things like that. So now that I have a bit more free time, I really want to work on improving my cooking and trying new recipes. In particular, I want to work on more Nigerian dishes. I feel whenever I cook, I look for dishes from other countries rather than my own. So there are quite a few Nigerian dishes that I've always loved and typically would only have at family functions. So I want to work on cooking more, and I want to also be better at documenting that. So either filming myself cooking a recipe or taking pictures after. That's something I'm really excited to get back into implementing into my day. So next is decluttering. I am working on reselling my old clothing. I've been selling it so far on Poshmark, but now I want to expand to Depop and eBay. I have lots of books that I want to get rid of. I'm sure I'm going to do an unhaul video and take those far away from here and just get them out of my space. I finally have a car, which I think is going to make this decluttering process so much better, because it's really difficult carrying all of these things in a backpack all the time. And when it comes to furniture, a lot of it I haven't been able to get rid of just because because I don't know like where to take it. So June, I'm tackling decluttering. I'm gonna give myself like different spots to tackle every single day, and I'm really excited to track my progress. Sorry, my battery died. So for the last goal I have for this month, I labeled this like hobbies. So this is things like film, fashion, sewing, reading. I really want to get better at making sure I'm really good with making time for my hobbies on a daily basis. It can be as small as like reading an article about new upcoming fashion designers, or something as big as working on a sewing project. But I feel like my hobbies are things that are very important to me, and I haven't really been making a lot of time for them. So fashion is something I've always loved, but I definitely fell off with. And I would say May, I finally got back into that. I watched some fashion documentaries and movies, and I've really been feeling inspired. So I want to get better with those sorts of things, watch fashion shows, just really get that fashion inspiration that I think I've been missing. How we present ourselves to the world can really make a difference in terms of how we're feeling. I've gotten back into film last month also, and I finally have gotten back into foreign films. Today I just finished watching Ran by Kurosawa, which was really, really good. So I want to make time to watch a foreign film once a week and just implement other things like that. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear if anyone has any particular goals for themselves this month. I will be back soon with another video.